Hey, what's up, Mr. Rashad? Antonio,
Yo,
man.
what's up, y'all?
No, it's all good. This is me upon further review. We may do a DC pod when DC's really back up, but for
Hmm.
now, the upon further review, and I just wanted to get on here and really talk about something that we both watched and both loved, and that is Batman: The Caped Crusader on Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I don't want to say you ain't got no money, but you're not grown up yet. So
Yeah,
definitely, man, you should get free. You should get 2 day shipping. It's amazing.
yeah.
Also capitalism. But anyway, Batman and Cape Crusader. It's 10
Hmm.
episodes. If you haven't watched it, I would implore you to watch it, especially if you have ever seen any of the Batman the animated series episodes,
Yeah.
because when I mean it is its spiritual successor in the
Hmm.
best way.
Hmm.
Tony, I was thinking before we got on, we have been eating this year. We got
Okay.
X-Men 97, which was like
I'm
pitch
just.
perfect.
I just want to show you something real quick. I don't know if you can see. Y'all can be able to see it. So, like, um, we do end of the year review shows. I've been writing down and keeping track of everything we've been watching. That right there is all like TV shows and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I got a list too.
And 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 dude, we like you said, we've been eating, eating well.
I wasn't even like this wasn't even on my radar for real. I don't even
That,
remember this even being announced. Do you
I,
remember this being announced?
no, you're not. Go ahead, Rashad. I got thoughts. Go
I
ahead.
know. So yeah, yo. So 10 episode first season. Hopefully, we'll have some more seasons of this. And I I okay. Similar to X-Men 97, they have figured out a way to tell a villain of the week slash serialized story
Mm-hmm.
in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense.
And it's the same. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I've said this, I don't know how many times probably on this show before, but just in case I haven't, a reminder. For me, you know, my childhood, my favorite animated series were OG Transformers,
Check.
Thun- Thundercats. That
Check.
was a while. And then when I got into my preteen teen years, these two shows became like my favorite animated shows of all time. Batman, the animated series,
Check.
and X-Men. Let me explain
Check.
something to you. And they brought both of those shows back. And
In the
they
same
both
year.
the same the same year, and they living up to expectations. Granted, X-Men 97 is a continuation of X-Men from the 90s, but this right here is, I guess you could say, a reimagining. It's a reimagining, but it's not breaking the wheel. First of all, head animator and executive producer Bruce Timm
Bruce Tim.
is back. And I heard this is going to happen. I was like, all right, cool. And like I didn't know anything about this until like literally like a month or two ago. I was like, what? I was like, well, what is Batman, the Cape Crusader? And I was like, all right. And I was like, then I said, wait a minute, why is this on Amazon Prime? And my first question is this: HBO Max, how did you fumble this? How on God's
Tony.
green earth did you fumble? You put this man, Bruce Timm, who came to y'all and said, hey, this is what I would like to do. Y'all already have Batman the animated series on the stream on Max. And he's like, hey, I want to do this. Y'all basically put this man who wanted to reimagine it and do it over, not necessarily do it over again, but do a reimagine everything. Y'all put this man in what pre-production hell, saying like purgatory. You're like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. And then finally, y'all basically was like, go ahead and shop this around and see if somebody wants this. He went to Netflix. They was like, yeah, okay, we'll see. He went to he went to Amazon. Amazon wants everything, and they got the money to do everything.
And not
And there
even
was
that, but they got bad robots to be on the production too.
yeah, right, right.
So
And on top of the fact it looks just like Batman the animated series.
It's beautiful.
It looks beautiful. It is J.J. Abrams as an executive producer on this show. I mean, good. It is. It was beautiful. This was a. If this is the only season, which I highly doubt, if this was a beautiful homage to Batman the animated series, and this basically is covering so far from what we've seen, maybe Batman's first year, in the middle of his first year, maybe second year, as the saying as the Cape Crusader.
Yeah.
Also, what I want to shout out to is the diversity in this show. In this show, first of all, Commissioner Gordon is a black man. Well, we saw he was black in The Batman with Robert Pattinson, our boy. Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright was Commissioner Gordon. Now we got, a black. And then also too in the reimagining, his daughter Barbara Gordon. She's a black woman. She has the red hair, but also she's an attorney. She's a not district attorney, but she's a defendant.
Public defender.
Yeah, she's a public defender. I mean, you got also in the show daggone Harvey Dent is a jerk. It's a jerk in this entire series, which is completely different from what we've known Harvey Dent to be, especially in the animated series. He was a great guy. This is that same thing in live action. He got the split psyche or whatever. It's so many things to say about this show, and like I said, the thing is too, they're 25-minute episodes, but they don't even feel like 25-minute. Some of them feel a little longer because you get the story is very cohesive in it.
Yeah.
And then like once again, some of these stories are all connected. And guess what? The best part is this, Rashad. They did all of this without even having the Joker.
Exactly.
Because everyone knows
I wasn't even pining for the Joker.
I won't even, because it's the fact that Batman has the best rogue gallery of villains. He has the best rogue gallery of villains.
Definitely up there.
Definitely up there. So many he could choose from. And a lot of them aren't just, I'm a villain just for the sake of being a villain.
No, he has some very complex villains with complex motivations.
Right.
It's interesting how they chose to pick who they were going to pick, even as something as simple as having a BBW penguin. I was like, wow, that is interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like, y'all just gender bending for like, nah, it really made sense with the story too.
Yeah.
And also, like on the real, she was ruthless.
You know what else I loved about it? I loved about too this juxtaposition, because we've all know the Penguin as Oswald Cobblepot. Oswald Cobblepot, he's kind of deformed with his shape and everything. They call him the Penguin. He's self-conscious about how he looks or whatever, this and that. This penguin here, her name is Oswalda.
Oswalda said, "Look."
Oswalda said, "I'm a bad."
She said, "These hips don't lie."
These hips don't lie. She is the way Drake likes them. Straight BBW. She out here flaunting it. She out here got sex. She like, I am sexy and I know I am, and she got sex appeal and everything with it. I love it. It was just great.
Yeah, definitely has some of the better like reimagining of characters. Even like Harley Quinn. Yeah, I love how they did Harley Quinn. Like I love how what was your favorite episode?
Ooh, let me look real quick.
Go ahead. While you look, I'm gonna tell my favorite episode.
Go ahead, you do that.
My favorite episode is essentially, I think it's episode 2 or 3, the one where they had like the essentially like the Clayface episode.
With Renee Montoya.
Yeah, Renee Montoya.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And the reason why I love the episode so much is because like it's a legit mystery. We have Batman actually being a legit detective.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he bugged Montoya just so he can figure
Mm-hmm.
out, like, just being smart about it, not trying to figure out everywhere to go, just checking in with the police.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just the character, again, one of those character motivations you're talking about, how he really wanted to be something that he couldn't be. Girl
Mm-hmm.
still rejected him. This man
Mm-hmm.
was about to make this crazy film with this
Mm-hmm.
girl, and she's like, "Look, yo, I don't really like you like that."
Can I say another thing too?
Go ahead.
Animation wise, she was fine as hell too.
It's and also,
Yo, she was fine
Tony,
as hell, yo.
this series is TV 14, so I do
Yeah.
appreciate them proactively making this for a more mature audience. You know what I'm saying? This is like
Yeah.
this ain't no TVG.
No.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
I
So
was
like,
like, this chick is bad as this chick. But you know who the voice of her was, though, that actress?
who's that?
Um, the young lady that played Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls.
I didn't watch Mean
You
Girls.
didn't watch Mean Girls? Okay, for the people, y'all know who I'm talking about. The girl that played the dark haired girl that played Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls. That she was the voice, but the way they animated that character, I was like, this is a bad chick here. She boy said, lucky I ain't animated. But like, hey, what's
Nah,
up,
yeah,
girl?
yeah, yeah. They very was very purposeful about
Uh-huh.
like really like accentuating certain characters. Like even
Mm-hmm.
the relationship with Harley
Mm-hmm.
and or Harlan really
And
and
Mont
Montoya. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like people, yo,
So okay,
he was really pissy about that too. I'm like,
yeah, of
oh,
course.
why y'all
Get
mad, yo?
get over it.
Get over it.
So that episode was one of my favorites. My other two favorite episodes because was Moving Target. That's the one where Jim Gordon thought there was assassination attempt on him,
Yeah, that's a good
but
episode.
the
Yeah,
twist was it was actually Barber. It wasn't him that was going after
yeah,
Barber. The other one I like just because this is different and we've never seen Batman have to deal with this situation. The Night Ride with
yes,
the ghosts.
yes, and yo, Tony, like, I was like, yo, it's a legit supernatural episode.
Right.
Like I thought, I thought it was gonna be like one of those, take his mask off, you meddling
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
But I'm
No.
like, yo, like
And they whipped out Papa Midnight for this episode.
that's what I'm saying,
So
yo. Like
you
they went
know it was
full blast on like, yo, we gonna even bring out the New Orleans voodoo doctor for you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like it was legit, yo.
And also too, basically that ghost was basically like a racist Klan member
Of
for
course,
all
of course,
all
like yeah. So in my mind, I was like, yo, we really got MAGA ghosts here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
You saw how shook he was though with Papa Midnight after Bruce like took his essence. Papa Midnight
he
said,
was
"Yeah, give me
like,
that.
he
Yeah,
was like, nah,
don't leave me with him. Y'all know
not
what he gonna do.
darkness.
Not
Never should have
darkness.
gave you niggas
Money.
money.
You know what this man gonna do to me?" Batman was like, "So well, you
Hey
know."
man, ain't got
I,
nothing to do with that.
so here's a few things I did like. Like I said, I like the diversity of this show. I like how Batman was still rough around the edges as a character on this on this show.
Tony,
He, hmm?
Batman was getting pieced up.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like I was like, come on, my man. Like what we he was number one, he was getting pieced up a whole lot on this show, but also too how his interactions with Alfred early on too, because he kind of it's like he was still Alfred was a father to him. He understands that, but he also kind of was still smug to Alfred, like because he always referred Pennyworth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pennyworth, like calling him by his last name and stuff of like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying, when stuff won't right. And then finally it was the episode where Bruce kind of realized like Alfred was my father figure, and then he finally referred, started calling him Alfred and started showing a little bit more respect, you know what I'm saying, respect to him in this. So I love the complexity of Batman in that. And if y'all don't know, Batman is my favorite comic character because he is such a complex character. It's like he's out here, he out here whipping ass, and he wants things to be right, but he wants to do it. He feels like people can be rehabilitated. He want to do it without killing. And that is his greatest attribute, but also, in my opinion, his greatest flaw as well.
Yeah, that's what makes Batman, and how a lot of people was pissed off when Zack Snyder had that vast just killing people indiscriminately, which I didn't care, but it's whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
also, another good episode that I like was actually like the Catwoman episode. You know what I'm saying? Because
She
they
was
made
hilarious.
they made Catwoman just a sheer degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Like
She was a klepto.
Exactly. It wasn't nothing cool about her. She was literally throwing vagina at Batman, and Batman was like, "You probably be ready to stem my wallet right now. I'm not going nowhere with you." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Look, yo, you can get all these other bimbos a chance. We probably got more in common than they do." And he was like, "Ma'am,
what you not gonna do is this, man."
You trying to nah. He's like, nah, I can't get down with you, yo.
Right.
He's like, the Catwoman episode is really good. Like, I love that. Even how like, it talks about just the upper echelons, and also, what's I'm looking for here? Privilege, because Harvey Dent kind of it's also sees little small things for how Harvey Dent was getting people off and letting people get out of jail that should have been in jail. Like, he's just basically doing all this stuff because he's trying to be mayor, and they seeded that early. So, they was like, yo, like, how'd she get out of jail already? Because Batman was like, yeah, she out already? He's
Yeah.
like, yo, we caught her red-handed. You know what I'm saying?
Also put her in the very classic Catwoman outfit as well, where
Yeah.
it was like a dress type thing, whatever that. I also I like that. So for me, a lot of the stuff I like about Batman as well, they did in this show, especially with especially in the comics, and they did this here. I like the not just the straight up super villain of the week type stuff. I like the criminal element, like the Falcone family, the Salva. I love those are some of my favorite stories from the Batman thing. And then you have like the was it Rutherford or whatever?
Yeah, Thorn. Yeah,
Thorn,
yeah.
Rupert Thorn as the
Yeah, because Thorn was like he was like the interconnecting weave of the underground. In the first episode, you had Oswalda picking off his spots.
Yeah.
And which is like the most ridiculously cartoony thing. She had a rocket launcher that was disguised with an umbrella on the top of her yacht. And I was like, yo, this is so stupid and so amazing at the same time.
Right. And then too, along with that, her yacht was not only her home and her headquarters, but also her nightclub that
It was
the super
yeah,
elite came out to. And I love too to see how Batman, when he was Bruce Wayne, even though he was, because Batman has always said, Batman is who I am. Bruce Wayne is my my alter ego, my alter ego, whatever. I love this is one thing I think that Christian Bale tried to do it a little bit as Batman, but it really didn't come off good. Where you see he is the dickish rich guy from Privilege in this show or whatever. He coming in with the women and he's dating. He had like a different date every episode on this this thing right here. So yeah, man. I mean, great show. Also, another thing too, 2 Easter eggs I noticed. The carnival episode. One of the kids' names was Dickie.
Yes, I saw that too.
Okay. And the other kid name was Carrie. In the comics, Carrie was the girl that had the slingshot with the glasses.
Yeah.
In the comics, in certain Batman universes, she becomes a Robin in the future. She's the Robin for the Dark Knight Batman, when old Batman is old and he come out of retirement. The Dark Knight saga Batman. That's she becomes a Robin from that because she fantasized Batman and won't always be a Robin. And of course, one of the kids' name was Dickie, and he actually looked kind of like how young Dick Grayson looked, and he was an orphan. So I wonder if that's going to come along later on, you know what I'm saying, with more seasons or whatever. And like I said, it's just the look of this show that looks great. Like I said, it looks basically almost similar to the Batman the animated series update, and it has like that noir 1950s.
It's like that 40s, 30s, 40s, sort of like Art Deco, but it's still ambiguous.
Right. Everybody wearing suits and stuff like they did. And then too, like also the major corruption in the police force with Bullock and
Bullock and Floss. So I just want to say, like, why was they home Bullock the whole season?
The entire season.
It's like once an episode, somebody's like, man, Bullock, man, shut your ass. To the point where at the last episode, it was like, yo, dude was like, you gonna take that from them? Like everybody, like, yo, like you see how you gonna let them disrespect you like that? Like they like that's what I'm talking about. They was seeing those things, so then they actually paid off, and it feel like because in my mind I was like, what? Like how you get mad? And I saw it again. I was like, oh, they was the whole time they was definitely seeing
the whole season. It was hoeing that dude, And another thing that happened in this show that we've really never seen in a Batman animated show. They killed off a major villain or Two-Face. If you haven't seen it, sorry, but this is a spoiler. They killed Two-Face died, but he died protecting and kind of redeeming himself or whatever. He protect Barbara Gordon, even though he had beef with her when he was Harvey Dent the entire thing, and she was like, "Look here, I'm here to help you." And I mean, it's it was great storytelling and great writing, man, for this show. And I just don't know what else to say, Rashad. I mean, it was just
it was really good, man. Like all those little small things was good. Like even the episode 4, Night of the Hunters.
Oh yeah.
When like we really saw this how trash Floss and Bullock was when they let the Firebug out of jail.
Yeah.
And he just started burning down the projects. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to. Like this, and I'm not even like really on just the social commentary of what some of these things are yet, because I'm just really happy with the show. But there's so much stuff that they put into this thematically. You know what I'm saying, about police brutality, because they killed that man so he won't have to he couldn't say anything. And also just corrupt, like people being like, absolute power corrupts absolutely, because the mayor Jessup was like, yo, we're gonna spend this, because he trying to be reelected, because Harvey Dent is a young upcoming dude trying trying to take his spot. So he had them. Also, Tony, they had a task force. Like you already know what that is. They have task force for drugs all across the country and all different types of police departments. And you already know who they going after. And he said in another episode too. Matter of fact, the episode when it was like when they're trying to take out Barbara Gordon. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, how about we go over to what's called East is it East End?
East End Gotham or something like that.
Yeah. What basically he's saying, let's go over to the hood, start knocking in some heads, and let these bastards know that can't nobody come for our commissioner. And the commissioner was like, sir, no, sir, because you already told him, Batman, the other episode, I used to basically patrol this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So I know the people over there. Like, I'm not about to start no whole street war because y'all want to go, you know what I'm saying, and I start with the brutality on the people for no reason. So like there's a lot of stuff that they put in this show, and like I really appreciate it. This is it was it
Yeah.
was good, yo. Like I was not expecting this at all. Like, and
Yeah.
yo, you know what would have been really dope?
What's that?
Weekly drops.
Yeah.
Like this just
Because it's gonna
this
want you're gonna want to come back.
deserved
Mm-hmm.
this deserved a bigger conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of the point where you have to really be very, for like streaming networks, you got to be very conscientious of what's gonna pop, you know what I'm saying, in the zeitgeist,
Mm-hmm.
and then what's not, and what should be like, halfway. Because what if we just got 1 through 4, and we ended on that episode with Dent like trying to come up, task force being held by them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get the next couple episodes, and then we get the finale. Like it would have been we could have had a more conversation about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's lacking a lot when it comes to you having a serialized show, but you drop it all at one time. Like it's because now I'm talking about it as a whole. I ain't about to talk about every episode.
Oh no.
Like I'm not. So
I want to say this. I just looked up to see who did the voice of Flash. Gary Anthony Williams, aka
Yeah. Well, Uncle
Uncle
Ruckus
Ruckus.
himself.
Yeah.
You know who did the
Uh,
role of Lucius Fox?
yes, that
The
was
the 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 80s heartthrob himself, Bumper
Bumper
Johnson.
Johnson.
And
Yep.
I know you probably, who's Bumper Johnson? Just he was the tall, light-skinned, good-haired dude.
Bumper
And
Robinson.
Robinson, yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Bumper Johnson, somebody else. Bumper Robinson, he was in everything. I
So
mean, he
he
look,
was he was in a different world
he was in
when
family. Yeah.
yeah, that was when he was Jada Pinkett's love interest, and that the
Mm-hmm.
later seasons of Different World. He also played in the Jacksons movie, the Jacksons, a family dynasty movie. He
Mm-hmm.
was young Jackie Robinson, the what I'm saying, I said Jackie Robinson, Jackie Jackson, the oldest of them. What else? Of course, he was like, I think he was Laura Winslow's like boyfriend
Yeah,
a
about to say
couple of
he was in
times.
Famous and Family Matters. I hate that show, but I saw it recently. I was like, oh snap.
But he also was a major voice actor for a lot of like animated series as well in the 90s or whatever. He never really popped off majorly as a major actor, but his voice has been, what I'm saying, has been lent in so many different, shows. I got one for you, Rashad. For the He was Zamis in Enemy Mine, the movie where Lou Gossett Jr. Randy,
Oh yeah.
he was little, the little alien kid, for that. So he, like I said, he has played so many. I'm just trying to see voice acting wise. He was Brother Bear, in the show Brother Bear. He was a chipmunk. Cat and Dog's Revenge of Kitty Galore. Oh, I remember that show. Justice League Doom. He was Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? For that, of course, Scooby Doo stuff. SEAL Team, Ninja Turtles, The New Adventures of Batman. He was a teen cop in that. You know, Batman Beyond. He was a character, so he has history with the whole, DC universe. Is that also? You know who the voice of Oswald the Copperbot was? Mini
Mini
Driver.
Driver.
Mini Driver. I mean, pulling out great actors for this. But what I want to do is give a major shout out to Hamish Linklater. I think that's how you pronounce his
Yeah,
name.
Hamish Linklater. I think
Yeah,
Linklater. Yeah.
as doing the voice of Batman. I had to stop and think for a minute. Wait a minute. Kevin Conroy is dead.
Definitely.
He did a great. I thought it was Kevin Conroy for a minute.
Nah,
But it's not. He did a great job picking up that mantle of, animated, animated Batman. And for y'all that don't know, Kevin Conroy has voiced Batman since 1992 when Batman the animated series first started. He passed away, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yeah.
or so or whatever. So he rest in peace Kevin Conroy, but new guy Hamish, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it,
I
butchering
think it's on
Hamish
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 Linklater.
Linklater. Yeah, and if you're wondering who he is, the best thing I can think of that he was in is he was in the Jackie Robinson movie 42 with rest in peace chat with Bozeman. He was the Yankee teammate that was like, Jackie, why don't you take a shower with us? Why do you always wait until we're done in the shower before you come take a shower with me? And Jackie Robinson looked at him like, what? He was like, I don't mean it like that, man. Just take a shower with me. So great job as Batman. But yeah, Rashad, I don't know what else to say about the show, but
Oh yeah. Shout
excellent.
out real quick. Shout out to Dietrich Bader as Harvey
Yes.
Dent too.
Yes.
Like that dude did a lot. He's did a lot of film stuff, a lot of like comedy stuff.
Yeah.
So it was
I
cool to
think
see
the thing
him.
I remember him the most in is Beverly Hillbillies. He was Jethro Bodine in the Beverly Hillbillies movie
Yeah,
from the 90s.
he also was in funny when he was in Eurotrip randomly.
Yeah.
He also was
Excuse me. That's he was that.
was him.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. He also was in Balls of Fury. You know what I'm saying? So he did a
Oh,
lot.
really?
Yeah, he was and he was a concubine companion.
Oh,
He
wow.
he did a lot of stuff, yo. I went back
Oh,
to Bumper Robinson's
uh, yeah.
yo
Yeah.
for somebody who never really got off,
He got
he
off.
yo this man never did not have a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yo, like
Yeah.
somebody needs to interview him and talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bumper,
That
come on
would
the
be
show. You know what I'm
Bumper
saying?
Bumper Robinson. Reach out to your pun further.
we are intrigued. You know
We
what
are
I'm
into like
saying?
we're number one, we're fans, and then number two is like, yo, for what I'm saying, we mean this in the most respectful way ever for someone who didn't really reach
Mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
mainstream. You were able to, you was eating out here, brother.
Yo,
Simple
you
as
had like
that.
you had a career people were really
People would
would be
die for.
envious. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um. Also, one last shout out for actor Cedric Yarborough was the voice of Rupert Thorne. Cedric Yarborough. He's known for Reno 911. He's the black guy with the big bug eyes, and also on top of that, he also is Tom from the Boondocks as well, as far as voice acting as well. So yeah, man. I mean, woo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christina Ricci as Selena Kyle
Oh
Catwoman.
yeah. They had
Yeah.
like an amazing
Mm-hmm.
cast in this joint too. You know what I'm saying? Just an amazing cast of people. And the crazy part is he also played I didn't even realize this. He played Waylon Jones in the joint too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got another one
You
for
know
you.
who Waylon Jones is, right?
Oh yeah, I know Waylon Jones, but before I Haley Joel Osment
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. You know what I'm
is
saying?
Anton Knight on this. So, like I said, this was a great, so they were able to pull off a great cast of getting people to come do this. And I'm pretty sure most people that got to do this, what I'm saying, are probably Batman fans as well or whatever. And this is to me was a great show for this, for this to come out. And like I said, 2024 for me has been, the year of, hey, 90s cartoons, we remember you.
Mm-hmm. This has been a good year for us. I guess we're like zillennials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
whatever.
quite millennial. Definitely not really Gen X.
I
Yeah,
think
that's.
X Lineal was what I
I
can't.
mean, I call it zillennial. You know, what I'm saying because
Okay,
X making it
Lineal.
Z. You know.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Like that's kind of where we that 77 to 83 crowd. That's
yeah.
how they kind of categorize us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yo, like it's been fun, and we still got the fall.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Like I
And,
said last.
and like we said on our last show, the Westeros House of the Dragon season 8, finale we did. D23 is this weekend as well.
Oh, Tony. So speaking of that, real quick.
Uh-huh.
They already did they do every week. Marvel has an official pod.
Uh-huh.
It's very corporate, but they already talked about the 3 shows coming up next year, and that's going to be, of course, coming up next, and that's what's that crap? Agatha all along.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Listen, I just hope they, you know what, I want the theme song. I want that theme song to be the theme song for the show. The song from It's Agatha all
yeah,
up.
more than likely.
It has to
There's
be.
no like why are they like paying somebody more money to redo a song? It has
Yeah.
to be that.
Uh-huh.
That the Ironheart
Eyes, Ironheart. Uh-huh.
and what's the other joint?
Is it Eyes of Wakanda or that's still?
Nah, this is like live action.
Oh.
Um, that one, Ironheart is coming. Agatha all along, and it's another one. Like I just don't remember what it is, but yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting. They're gonna show some footage of them joints coming up
Okay.
this weekend. But yeah, yo, they do that like every week now. There's like an official pod. They talked about the Deadpool and some of like the second unit director was up there just talking about the processes and how much fun they had. Also with the Agatha,
Mm-hmm.
she they interviewed Kristen Hahn. I feel like everybody was at Comic Con because it was like a bunch of noise in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, yo, this show was like really beautiful. And she made an emphasis of saying, like, look, ain't a whole like it's very little CGI. Like all these sets was made.
Oh
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? We had great artists that was doing this stuff. Oh yeah, Daredevil. Yeah, Charlie. They interviewed Charlie Cox too. So yeah.
Um
So those are definitely gonna be
and
the next three up.
and if I'm not mistaken, I believe my guy is gonna make a cameo on Daredevil, and that is one John Bernthal
Oh yeah. The
as Frank
Punisher.
Castle, the
This
Punisher.
is this is gonna be just some sort of like season 4 essentially. Her Bullseye supposed to be in the joint too. So like, and they hired the same person from who played Vanessa as well. Tony Sutter.
I'm still here.
All right, you frozen in the face though. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, I
so
can
like,
see right. Yeah, I can see.
oh my God, Tony's gone. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just end it right here, man. But yeah, I can't wait for D23. We're probably gonna talk about that maybe Saturday or Sunday, depending on the timing. And yeah, y'all. I'm looking at the camera, but yeah, we appreciate y'all so much. Definitely make sure you come back to the channel, subscribe to all the things on the social medias. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Tony trying to come back. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to all this stuff, man. We really appreciate y'all having a lot of fun doing this. So
Yeah, man.
what
I don't know.
happened?
I don't know what happened.
I was about to wrap this thing up. You got anything else you want to say?
Uh, no, I ain't got nothing to say. You go get that right there because I don't know what happened to my camera, but
No, it's all good, man. But yeah,
yeah.
just definitely keep following us on the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Check us this weekend. More than likely, we'll probably drop something probably Sunday if we get some really good news, or if we get a surprise trailer. We should get an actual second trailer for Agatha at least.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we definitely gonna talk about it. I'm probably if it pops up, I'll do I'll do a reaction, but we're gonna talk about it hopefully on Sunday.
Cool.
But yeah, man, we'll see y'all to the next time.
All right. Holla, I'm putting peace signs up.
All right,
All
y'all.
right.